Hello, this is Solomon Davis from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. I got our homepage up and we're getting ready to do our weekly trade review. But first of all, let's bring up a disclaimer, let you know that this is for educational purposes only. You know that we offer no guarantees of profit or loss. Our testimonies have not been independently verified, nor are they indicative of future results. Our products and services are solely for educational purposes only. Please contact your financial advisor, see if trading is something suitable for you, because trading is risky. You can and will lose money, So we are here to help educate you, so we'll keep those losses to a minimum and get where you can actually maybe make money out here if you get educated. So also visit our YouTube page, Right Side Trader, where these videos will be posted. Jump right to the presentation of the weekly trade review. This weekly trade review is where I review my NASDAQ trade, a very basic strategy of green candle go long, red candle go short. The only indicator that I like using with this particular strategy is the pivots. I use on the Thinkorswim platform the SDE pivot, I believe it's called. And based on location and support and resistance, I do use that. And just the color of the candle, I choose direction. Okay, this is April 14th, and these trades are going to be, and it's 9:30 open trade. These is just one trade that I do at the open on the NASDAQ. Okay, this week, on Monday it was down 10 or more points. Tuesday it was up for 10 or more points. On Wednesday it was down for 10 or more points. I hope I got that right. On the 11th, which was Thursday, it was up for 5 points, or it was a break even. That was a choppy day. I remember that. On Friday was a crazy day. It was up. It was a break even or stop day. So let's bring a look at the charts and take a look at these trades. Okay. I know this is on the 8th right here. And I'm going to step through this first one to show you how I look at this. This is what has been happening there and all in the morning. As you can see, you got a support level look like down here, and where this market came up to here. You got a resistance level maybe up here. Let me put my lines on so you can see something. Price level lines. I just like doing these. Put that there, and put this down here in this area. And I like making these lines here when I do put them on the chart. Make them a little bit different than anything else that I may have on the chart. And the other thing that I noticed that I don't have here on this chart right now is my pivots. So let me also put those on the chart. And studies, quick studies, support and resistance studies, and SVE pivots. So now as you can see, you don't see any pivots anywhere around here, but if I do this fit to study, give you an idea, what we're looking at. I got a support and resistance here. We're above the pivot. This is the pivot. This is like your R1, R2, R3. This is your S1, S2, S3. And now let's go ahead and put this back to let you know that we're above the pivot and we're somewhere below R1. So, and let's see how this played out. I already told you what happened, but when you're trading, this is what you would have seen. On that first, I looked at the first 5 minute candle, and it would have broke down below what we thought was a support area, and it did push back up. So this would have been scary. You would think the bulls came back in there to play, but I've done back study on these things, and I know it's best to go ahead and try to take that trade to the downside and see what happens, and just put your stop in place and let that play out for you. And if you would have took this trade, boom, it played out actually pretty good in your favor. It came back a little bit, but you would have had a stop. If you would have got in at, 87, let's say 87, your stop, you have to add 5 to that, would have been 92, which is way up here, and then your target at 87, you have to go down to 77. Is it 77, 87? Yes, you have to go down to 77. And let's see, did it make it down there? And see, as you can see, it made it to 77. And that's how simple this trading strategy is. Nothing is 100%. Me actually trading this strategy, I'm only from my me actually trading it, I'm only around. I got as high as 77% on this, just this strategy. But I do some things a little bit different, based on where the pivots are at and stuff. But as you can see, that's what happened on that particular trade. But now from here on, and another thing you'll notice on these things, they like going down to these pivots and all. But let's go ahead and I'll fly through it right quick just to go through it. So I said it was 10, good trade to the downside. Entry was 47.8750. Stop was at 47.9250. Never touched. Good trade. Let's go to the next day. Now I'm going to just fly through these. On this day, we had a green candle. Green candle means go up. So 10, it was good. And entry would have been around 47.90. And you was looking for it to go to 4,800. And it went to 4,800, no problem, without never touching your stop. And you know on the NASDAQ that you can make these entries. And I do have some live videos out there showing you me trading this stuff. But sometimes it's not that clean and easy getting into these trades. But again, as you can see, it went well above where we needed to go to easily get 10 points, no matter how sloppy your entry may have been. Next trade. This was good to the downside. Again, to the downside, it's all cool where you got into this trade. I'm looking back here at this because I remember on this day I actually got into this trade early, and I got into it somewhere right here, and it was good for 10 points or more to the downside. But based on the basic strategy, you would have got in at 97, looking for it to go to 87. It did go way down past 87 before it went up to. If you got in at 92, it had to go to 5 plus that, which is 97. It never got any. Oh, it did. Yep, it didn't quite get to 97, so that would have been a great trade to the downside. Now here's where the market got kind of crazy. This was a big, strong candle to the upside. Again, right here with this pivot being right here, that's when it gets to my little advanced thing that makes my trades a little bit better when I'm actually trading this and a little bit different from the basic strategy. I'd have been looking at these tops and actually breaking these tops, so I would have got into this trade. I got into this trade, I know, a little bit early, and the latest that I would have got into this trade is about right here, which is right around 47.98, 47.97, and that trade, again, going to 08, which is just this level right here, would have been good for 10 points. But based off the basic strategy with this trade, you didn't get into this trade until 48.04, and then that's why while a lot of times I say on these trades I look to get 5 points on these trades. I'm not looking back here at any support or resistance levels and all on this particular trade and all. So that's why I put in here this trade was 5 points or maybe a break even. Because once you see this thing making lower highs, if you did get into this thing and you had your stop down here, you should have been bringing your stop up to this point to a break even, because the trade did get profitable, but it looked like it didn't want to go any higher. And you had 5-minute candle, another 5-minute candle, another 5-minute candle. So you had 10 to 15 minutes to make your mind up to move your stop up to make this a no-lose type trade. Next candle, next day, on this particular day, it was a crazy day. And on this particular trade, my first 5-minute candle was an up candle, but it really never gave me a clean entry. Because I remember this day I didn't even trade the NASDAQ. I looked at it because there was some other news that happened that day that I think the jobs reports or the employment report, whatever it was, kind of had the market going kind of crazy around 8:30 time. We got the drop, or something. I remember something had happened that day. And we never got a clean entry on this one. So that's why I said it was a break even. Maybe you got stopped out for 5 points. And so according where if you stayed into this trade, it really never closed below. If you had an entry of 95, 90 is where your stop would have been at, which is at this level right here. It never closed below that level. And if you play it that way, if you're strong enough to play it that way, and it did actually go up from this 95 to over just barely to 4,800, late in the day, later than I usually trade. I'm usually done by 11 o'clock. So that's why I say it was a break-even trade. Maybe you got stopped, or maybe if your help was able to hold it, maybe you got 5 points out of this trade. But that was it for the trades. So, like I said, on Monday, 10 plus, Tuesday, 10 plus, Wednesday, 10 plus, got 5 break even, got a break even or stop on that particular day. So now, my market review. My market review is off the NASDAQ 100. Today, as I say, August 14, 2016. The market is trading at new highs. It has closed above the 4,800 that we was looking for on the NQ future. The company is above 5,200. This market is, I believe, and I can see that this market is continuing to go up. Have we reached the top? Are we bubble? If you look at the chart, it's nothing like what had happened before. It's not flying up. It's just kind of casually crawling its way up the hill. So these are the type of markets that can continually go higher. But if we see anything that looks bearish as a signal, you can catch our video next week, and we'll let you know what we see at that time. As I say, this is Solomon, our weekly trade review for the week of August 14th, covering the trades from August 8th through August 12th. Visit us at Right Side Trading. Email us or contact us at info@rightsidetrading if you have any questions about anything, or give us a call at 813-563-8850. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like what you see. This is our YouTube page. Visit our webpage. And I'll be placing these videos out here on our blog. Visit our blog and make any comments if you wish. That's it. I think I've cleaned up the webpage too where you can make comments now. This is Solomon from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Bye.